Jason, do you get the message here? What this shirt's about?
Yes, you're giving bad things to oppressed communities in order to kill them.
All right. Listen, we have a wonderful guest on today. His name's Kevin Kusatsu.
Hello.
I call him Captain Cat Food when he doesn't know. Kevin's got some great stories he's going to tell us. The first story, I'm just gonna do a callback to. It's 1996.
Okay.
You're on the Reasonable Doubt tour with Jay-Z. Petey Crack shoots you in the calf muscle with a 22.
Okay.
Then for some reason you enter the hospital, but then you end up in the Tombs.
Okay.
And that's where you started Def Jam. Is there any truth? Do I have the timelines right?
It was Memphis Bleak.
Memphis Bleak.
Yeah, sorry.
No, Kevin, it's funny because I was Kevin's a friend of mine and we talk a lot. We talk a lot of shit. And Kevin also is like in the music game. And I got to bring something. I know that you manage one of the people in your roster in your stable is Diplo, right?
Sure.
Mr. Wesley. And I got to say I have a beef because on Franklin, there's a Diplo billboard, huge billboard in Thai-town. And it's either so avant-garde that my little tiny brain can't comprehend it, or it's a piece of shit billboard. I can't tell which. It's like a pixelated photo of him, blurry. It looks like 1996 cyber movie. Maybe that's the aesthetic. And I can't tell if it was on purpose or not. You know the billboard?
I don't know it.
See, that's how removed you are from West.
I've been removed from the Westworld.
You got to call Wesley. You've been removed from Westworld.
I've been removed from Westworld for a while.
Can we get? I actually shot him in this kitchen.
Did you?
I did pickups for an Iggy Azalea video in here, and he just came over and I pulled a green screen down.
How was his verse?
He didn't have a verse. He was just like holding stuff and hanging out with a green screen. You put
him in your kitchen. You handed him like an egg beater.
No, I literally handed him a bat that said like "Born and Raised" on it. Like this is in the very very beginning. It's like 10
which
years
Iggy
ago.
Azalea song?
I think it's the one with FK first. I think She Ready. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, that video. Yeah, Iggy Azalea. So yeah, Kevin, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, dude. I'm well. You never been to the house, huh?
Never been to the house.
This is my humble abode. This is my little apartment over here in Los Feliz.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Did you know that your building's called?
Yeah. Did you know that we live in the? Do you know that we live in the same neighborhood but different parts?
Yes.
You're a little higher up on the hill.
A little.
Yeah, just a touch. I like to explain that incrementally. Like if Los Feliz, the parameters of Los Feliz start on Franklin for me, and just goes up the hill, and I'm at the very, very, actually the literal bottom of the in my mind the Los Feliz parameter hill.
So Los Feliz ends at Franklin.
To me, because
where's the eastern western border?
Don't ask me directions because that's just rude. I don't have any geographic.
Well, does it stop at?
It stops
at Western?
It stops in Griffith Park.
Okay.
And I'd say it's Western to whatever.
Riverside.
Hill, yeah, maybe Riverside ish.
Okay.
And then from Franklin is where I draw the line, and then there's just an upward hill. Like if you go up the hill over here, Leslie Arfin lives over there, just up the hill, just one walk up the hill. There's a $3 million difference in houses. You know what I mean? She has a pool. I don't have a pool. So
does she have?
She doesn't have.
No.
You have so I'm slowly climbing up that hill.
Oh, I like it.
But I like to see. I don't like to slowly climb. I like to save up all my energy and leapfrog, and do a giant leap. That's that's what I do.
That's good.
I've lived in 3 places my entire life.
Wait, your entire adult life?
My entire adult life, I've had 3 apartments.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is this
is
you
the
not
third.
like to move?
I hate to move. I fucking hate it.
But so much so that
I'll just sit here and collect and figure and
Wait,
plan.
so how long have you been here?
10 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. Yeah. Time just like flows past me. You want something even crazier. There's still 10 years later. There's still photographs are leaning against the wall on the ground. I never hung them. I'm a crazy person, man. There's a lot of.
Are you crazy or lazy?
I'm actually not. You can't technically call me lazy because of the volume of output.
Okay.
Right. You can't really say I'm lazy, but in my heart of hearts, like I do.
Could you not call a hoarder lazy then? Because of the output?
Oh my God! Did you say the H word? You think I'm a hoarder?
I don't think you're a hoarder.
Okay.
I'm just making. People that stay in one.
No,
place
I think hoarders are lazy. I think because they don't. I think they spend a lot of time just like bringing stuff home, laying in the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you pointed out the photo on the ground.
I
wouldn't have known if it was From 10 years ago or from today?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I just kind of like, I always like the way.
2012, you moved in here.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
A long fucking time ago. Easily 2012.
Had Lord of the Rings like even finished?
Lord of the
coming
Rings
out
had
yet?
already done it.
Yeah,
It
it's
already
already
reached its climax.
2012.
Yeah. It already done its whole thing.
The Hobbit was just getting started.
Has the building changed in 10 years?
No, this is the crazy thing.
Okay.
We talk about this often on the pod. My landlord, you might see him when you leave. He looks exactly like he looks like John Voight in Anaconda.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait, I'm trying to
white hair.
because Voight always has like a real. He's got his face is kind of perfectly circular.
It is. He's got like what they call a moon face.
But it's
Yeah.
a perfect circle.
It's a perfect circle. Yeah. There he is.
Look at that.
That's my landlord. Just
Really?
whiter. Yeah, the hair is whiter. He's got a missing finger, and I
Is
think
that Voight and Anaconda? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Can you go back
could-
to the regular one? He looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, Angie's his kid, right?
Angie's
So,
his kid.
you
Yeah.
gotta look good.
You gotta look good. You gotta look good to produce.
And he's
I mean-
like crazy right wing too, right?
Yeah. He's super right wing.
But like old school, like John Wayne right wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost where you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. Yeah.
Do you hear Doug is planning on selling the building?
Yeah. To who? He told you that?
He told me that. He also said that it's because Joe Biden is ruining California.
Oh, yeah.
Conservative.
Listen.
Has Joe Biden been to California yet?
No, Joe Biden.
But he's
doesn't-
ruined it
he
from
doesn't even know
afar.
what- He doesn't know what
That's-
California is.
Yeah. Can he take a train here?
Joe Biden's like, listen, we can talk about this, but I got to say that
So wait, the Chateau Delaware is up for grabs, dude.
Dude,
Why move up when you could stay where you are?
I've actually fantasized about that. I've actually thought about like, what if I just bought this building? I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could pull it off. It's like, it's like $12 million. I don't have that kind of scratch. I can't get approved for that loan.
Just lie on the bank statement.
Oh, just forge it?
Yeah.
And just like, and fill up and just do a full fucking bait and
I know
switch?
someone who did that recently. Like, I just had to forge it, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it goes? You
He's
just-
like, yeah, what, I was like, okay.
wow. I'm not supposed
I don't think for 12 million though. Is,
Yeah, I think they're going to do a little checking. And also like your down payment's got to be, $3 million or something.
Well, it's probably
healthy.
more.
Here
Oh
it
yeah,
goes.
it's probably 20%
Right.
for like a rental. Do
Which I don't have on hand.
you think
Sorry.
you'd be a good landlord though?
Yeah, I think it would be. I think I would be a good landlord.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing about John Voight or Doug, my
Yeah.
landlord, is that I think that he is somehow in love with this building because he's been fixing up some of these apartments the whole time I've been here.
Does he have more buildings?
I think he has more properties. Yeah. And
So he
there's-
cares about buildings.
He cares. He has a love for buildings. Whatever that kink is, he has it. And there was a DP that lived across the hall, and he goes, "Listen." He left, and then he goes, "Listen, he'll never," because he only rents out 3 units out of 8. So think about this. This will do your head in. Think about all the income he's not getting by renting out 3 units out of an 8-unit place.
But you only have 2 neighbors?
Yeah, 2 and one of them's never here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, all the other units are full of just like junk. Like the one below me is like his workshop. The one over there, I snuck in and looked in the window the other day. There's just stuff in it. You can see through the fire escape. There's other secret doors.
This guy rules.
And he tinkers with things, and he won't rent anything out until everything's perfect.
Interesting.
And like one of the things he told me when I moved in was like, don't hang anything up with a nail. And I instantly just started putting huge holes in the walls. These walls are so full of fucking holes. I'm like,
Does he listen to the pod?
Yeah, all day, every time. He's like one of the biggest. No, he doesn't even know what a pod is.
But would he evict you if he knew?
No, he doesn't. Listen. He's fucking. He has the room upstairs where the Wi-Fi comes in. No one's allowed up there. So every time the Wi-Fi guy comes, he goes, "Listen, I can make it faster if I can go up there." He goes, "Hey, you can't go up there." This has been going on for 10 years. It's fucking crazy.
So you're on dial-up too.
I'm on 56K modem. Yeah, you hear that I hear that noise on the internet. Burp, burp.
So wait, you could have like fiber.
Yeah, if he would let me. I would like to have fiber. Do you have fiber in your house?
No, it doesn't. They don't.
They don't
go up that.
They
high.
don't sling up that. Yeah,
They don't go up that high.
They don't go up to fucking. What's the opposite of Atlantis? Where do the Greeks live?
Atlantis.
No, upstairs, not downstairs.
Heaven.
Where the Zeus and all the joke's over.
Olympus.
Mount Olympus. He's up on Mount Olympus. There's no fiber optics. I don't know. I'm just riffing here, man. I'm just talking. It's my job.
That's good.
Stupid.
I did look into the. I saw a commercial for T-Mobile.
Yeah.
As 5G internet.
Yeah.
So I think you get a thing and it's like an antenna.
Yeah.
They don't have it for up high.
That's a shame. They should give you guys better Wi-Fi up there. You guys deserve it.
I think so.
You want to be able to surf something on your iPad while you're in the pool.
Exactly.
So I was
It's not swimming if there's no iPad or internet.
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me? How can you swim without Wi-Fi?
I don't know. It's just shocking to me that
insanity.
people do it.
And I know that
It's shocking to me that people live without pools. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And also, how do people live without underwater subwoofers? Which I know that you have like a full Bose pool.
It'd be sick.
Everybody knows that about you.
Do people put? Can you? I guess you could put a sound system in.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? You can do anything. It's insane, dude. Down in Orange County, there's guys I know who are in the t-shirt game. One of the guys is like they have these compounds down there,
Right.
And I'll see like I haven't even been
Where
to
in
one.
Orange County though? Like Irvine or
Like
Tustin?
Huntington area.
A compound in Huntington-ish?
Yes. Well, I'm sure outskirts. I don't know exactly.
No, but this is important.
It's Huntington. Let's call it Huntington for the sake of just vibe, right?
Yeah, but it's not in Huntington.
Right, but adjacent too.
That's
right?
Santa Ana.
No, it's. But when I say Huntington, I'm like these are Huntington type people. Like
Okay.
these are Huntington Beach folks, right? And this guy, he's got like, he's got all.
Wait,
this,
could you describe Huntington Beach for the listeners that don't know Southern
oh
California?
shit. Okay, if you don't know Southern California, Huntington Beach is like, fuck, it's terrible.
There's
It's
a lot
like
of compounds.
it's like super. It's super Christian. It's super Caucasian. It's pretty white ring. It's very dirt bikey. It's super just like there are some upsides. The upsides are like in the middle of the day you can go to a steakhouse and like the whole place is just going ham and everyone's drunk all the time. And like some divorcees or non-divorcee wives will just try to fuck you. That's the awesome part about Huntington. And you can prove it. You just drop yourself in the middle of Huntington and they go, oh my God, what are you wearing? Come here, you. And they'll just suck your dick. They're like, it's a different place. It's like a whole totally different world. Now, I no offense to, I have some friends out there and I love
I think
them.
you just made a bunch of your listeners really excited.
Yeah, Huntington.
That are never, that,
listen,
they're going to go to Huntington Beach being like, I heard there's divorcees.
Yeah,
They
dude.
wanna
There's
have
there was a bar back in the day called the Little Night, and it was known that's where you go to fuck people's wives. There was like dudes' wives. The
Wait,
rich
a
guys-
little night, like a night in
a night,
armor?
yeah, night in armor. The
Like
little
a
night,
little one?
yeah. That's where everyone went to pick up on like wives, like cougars.
Okay.
Cougars were a thing there before cougars were a thing in the rest of the country. It was like it's a real thing.
So you think cougars originated in Huntington Beach or Orange County?
Orange County probably had a lock on cougars for a long time. They have a definite
So wait,
lifestyle.
so you're claiming cougars as a movement?
I'm not claiming anything. They can. I'm not part
So
of
do you
that.
think the New Jersey Cougars or the Florida Cougars would disagree?
I think they would have no. I think what happens is like when cougar, let's say a group, two groups of cougars enter a room. It's just like the animal kingdom. Like the hierarchy comes into play, and they just bow to the alpha or whatever it is for female leaders. They just kind of like, they kind of offer their assholes and like, and like they just kind of like give it up to the power cougars because they're legit. The Little Night, dude, he's on it. Yeah, it's a real place.
Oh, it is a little night.
Yeah.
You gotta throw that graphic up for your listeners.
Yeah,
your watchers.
I'm sending a
do you
bunch
call
of
them watchers or viewers?
I call them members of the
Truthers?
pod. Yeah,
Are they truther? Are
PTA truthers.
Wow,
Yeah,
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, that's kind of dope. So
Truthers?
your fans are truthers.
isn't that the Obama thing?
Yeah, that's that's
The
Obama
Tea Party.
person.
That's like the Tea Party. Like
Yeah.
we're Obama truth. Yeah,
Such an easier way to say a powerful truth angel. I'm a truther. I'm a truther angel.
I'm a truther. So Kevin, we're gonna do a little dive on your history as much as you're comfortable with. I don't know what you want to talk about,
Okay.
but I think there's so many things I don't know about you.
Okay.
And I know that you, like, where did you even come from, man? Like, what the fuck?
How do you mean?
Well, where'd you grow up? We'll start there.
I grew up out here.
You grew up out here. Which parts?
So I guess when I was a little baby until I was about 11 or 12, my parents lived on Larga in one of those like bungalow houses. In
Larga.
Atwater.
Where's? Oh, in Atwater. Okay.
Yeah. Larga's
Nice.
the corner. Larga's the street where there's a restaurant there now.
Doesn't
There's
Atwater?
like a Wells Fargo and an Acapulco. It was an Acapulco. Now it's like a
Oh, Acapulco.
Acapulco,
That's nice. They had great chips.
yeah.
For some reason in my mind, when I think about Atwater, I don't know why. There's no reason. It feels like it's a little hotter and dustier over there than over here. Do you get that feeling?
I think so. I read the wiki on Atwater a few years ago. I
Yeah.
can't remember now. It's all escaped me, but It was like a sort of like a. It was just a little village.
Yeah, it feels
It's
like
called Outwater Village, but it was. I remember when a supermarket got put in.
Well, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were there in the olden days. It was
Yeah.
where there's still like, you remember? So when you were a kid, I remember in Venice there were still empty dirt lots that you could ride your dirt bike on, like shit like that.
It wasn't that. It was like my parents told me, like, I guess Frogtown had a gun brawl on that street, like when I was a little baby.
Yeah,
And like
a gun brawl.
yeah, and then I guess my mom just told me recently she used to just walk around. I think it was the same. It was just the 80s.
The 80s.
And there was less stuff.
Yeah, less development.
Yeah, it was
Strip
just like,
malls were just starting to be born, right?
yeah, and I think it was just kind of sleepier.
Sleepier, yeah. Yeah, I get that vibe. Yeah, I can see that.
Like she told me recently she found a like a pull tab thing
Yeah.
at the shop or something, and it was for daycare. And then 10 days after I was born, it was on the same block when she went down there. It was just like because they went back to work.
A pull tab.
You know, the pull tabs, like call this number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like a daycare that was on that same street.
Oh,
So I was there a lot.
I don't
It's
understand.
just like I guess the point I'm trying to make is really small.
It's like if you go to La Cañada right now, it's like sleepier.
Kinda. But I think, isn't La Cañada like, I went to summer camp in La Cañada when I was a kid.
Or I was in Tahunga this weekend. Tahunga.
I
No,
never go
Tahunga's kind of got like a real. There's like a really kind of like biker vibe over there. It's
Yeah.
like I think it's like bikers and Armenians are up in Tahunga,
Right.
and like
Wait,
dudes
who's
are
in
like
La Crescenta then?
I don't know. That's adjacent to right.
Yeah.
But Tahunga's like got a lot. There's a lot of dust over there. you
Okay.
know? It's dusty, but kind of cool.
The jungle is what I've heard referred
To jungle.
to. Yeah, by locking out residents, so maybe a little racist.
Why was that? Why is that
Wait,
racist?
La Cañada calls Tahunga to jungle?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
All right.
Yeah, like the guy.
Because of the dust?
I don't know.
Do people in La Cañada not know what a jungle is?
That's fine.
Yeah, it's more of a desert, I think. But yeah, like I went up there to see.
Is the implication.
Yeah, like it's like there's some biker like there's like my buddy lives up there. I went up there this weekend to go shoot guns with him, right?
Sick.
And he's
Have
like,
a gun brawl?
yeah, we had a gun brawl. He's like a gun guy. He like knows. He's really into it. Great guy. He was telling me about he was at a bar over there, and it was like a place where like it's at like 8:00 they're like we're shutting the bar down, and it was like him and his friends. They told him, and there's like a bunch of people, and he's like, what do you mean? Like we're shutting down. And he's like, he just didn't understand from me. He's like, oh, it was like a biker bar, and they're like, get the fuck out, basically. You know, it's like their bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like that kind of vibe, which is kind of cool that it still exists.
Yeah.
Because everything's so corporate now. It's like you can't go into Starbucks and shut it down.
Right.
We're shutting this down now.
That's pretty sick.
It's like
That's
when
intimidating.
Yeah, but I like to know that still exists.
Do you
know?
remember what was that big story a couple of years ago about was it the raid? Was it an FBI raid? And it was like a bunch of biker gangs and they had a full shootout.
Twin Peaks.
Oh
that-
no, it was two gangs had this huge. Oh yeah.
But there was like undercover guy. It was
Yeah.
huge. Like it was like very action movie style.
Yeah. You know, it was legit 80s action movie with like the bars in it. You know,
We got to read up on that one.
Yeah.
Waco, Texas, a shootout erupted at a Twin Peaks restaurant where more than 200 people from biker clubs had gathered.
Wow.
It's good that at least that's still happening.
200 people?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
It was like
For a gunfight?
It's a lot.
Who's on whose side?
Have you seen those videos where it's like Hell's Angels versus like another crew in like a casino, and like it just shows like I don't know,
Where are these videos?
dude, they're online. There's like, and you show these fights, and it's like it's just clusters, like 2-on-1, 1-on-3, 3-on-1, like just little groups, and everyone has like one dude's got a ball peen hammer, this guy's got a bat, some guy's got a fucking handsaw. Like it's just everyone's fighting with like random weapons, and like dudes are just getting dogged. Like two guys are stomping out one guy's like their little gun comes out. It's like fucking chaos. But it's like, you know, I don't know. I think it's good to know that like that shit can still happen. You know, like
It's good to know that can still happen.
I
You could
just-
just be at a casino and two rival biker gangs can come
Yeah,
in and be like,
no,
yo, fuck this.
I like that they're living free and they're living by their own rules. You know,
Fair.
it's just like they're dedicated to their
Did
lifestyle.
you see the my brother sent it to me as a video. It's some like poker thing. I don't know. Anyways, these two guys got into it over a poker hand
Yeah,
and they start arguing. And then I don't remember who instigates what. But I think one guy gets hit and then the other guy grabbed one of the drink trays and just smacks him on the head. Nice. And then the security guard comes up and starts tasing the table hitter. And he's like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Is your brother a poker guy too?
He was. Yeah, he played a lot.
You're not playing anymore.
I haven't played. I would play. I just haven't played.
There's a game tonight at Renee's.
Nah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to go back to the landlord.
We'll go back to Doug.
So there's 8 units and there's only 3 that are occupied.
Three that are occupied.
What are in the other 5 units?
One of them's just full of stuff. The other one's full of other stuff. One of them's empty. He tinkers with them. He tries to make them perfect. He won't like.
When's the last time someone moved in?
Downstairs. This woman lives downstairs. You met her. She moved in, and her thing is like, she's like, yeah, I had lunch with Doug. I'm like, you had lunch with Doug? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, it never even occurred to me in the 10 years that I've been here to even give him a lunch. I gave him a popsicle once. I was like, you want a popsicle? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I was just being
quick
polite.
Question on popsicles.
Yeah.
Do you ever wash them?
Leave my house. What the fuck's wrong with you? Do you
if
wash
there's frost on the popsicle, do you wash
You lick
it?
the frost off. You wet it.
I'm just asking.
You fucking lube it up and you get it ready to listen. Popsicles are great because when they get soft, you can just chew on them.
Yeah, I was just asking if you wash it.
You wash it. You have someone that washes your popsicles for you?
No, I'm just asking if you did.
So it's 2008. Diplo's down bad with a double case of chlamydia and herpes.
Okay.
He's in the burn ward. It's so fucking tragic. They're treating him. They're in there with hazmat suits and like they have a hazmat suit and they also have robotic arms because they're scared.
Okay.
It's like worse than COVID. While that's happening, he calls you. He goes, KK, I have the beat. I got to get. And you're like, Kevin, you're about to have your penis heavy. He's like, I don't care. I'm Wesley. I'm gonna get it in. And he just starts pounding out this beat for you. And you take that beat, and it ends up being he ghost produces the beat for Grinding by the Clips while he's in the burn ward.
Okay. For
Pharrell. You're cut on that job. What was that? Was that your first house right there?
All of it.
You took it all.
I took it all.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
No, listen. You're in. I mean, I think you probably are involved in a lot of things, I would guess. Because when I was hiking with Renee, he goes, yeah, one time. You did a really nice thing for Renee. I had really appreciated this. He was very depressed and he's going through a breakup and some other things, like a death in the family, and you set him up with a personal trainer.
Yes.
Anonymously, and I go, what a class act. He said, the guy just calls me and goes, hi, a friend of yours wants to know if you want to work out, and I have 8 sessions for you. And it's like, it's just a really nice thing to do. And it's the mark of someone who knows how to problem solve.
Oh, thanks.
In a real way, because that's the only way to fix anything is by some sort of action. There's nothing else can help. You send them cake, fucking get them late, anything, but getting them to the gym.
Getting them abs.
Getting them abs?
Abs.
Abs, yeah. Getting them abs. Yeah, abs will fix anything. Yeah. Abs will fix anything.
Real, like D'Angelo abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. D'Angelo abs, which is like insane.
Yeah.
What is this D'Angelo? I mean, let's just say, talk about a superstar.
Right.
And 2 albums and he's done. What happened to him?
Didn't he just open up for Chappelle?
He may have, but he's like, maybe it's good that he stops at 2 albums. What happened to him? Do you know? Do you have any insight?
I don't really know. I know he still plays music. He just opened that Chappelle.
He opened Chappelle.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
He's great.
D'Angelo, that was something else. When I was in Germany, a ways back, around the time of, it was post D'Angelo by a few years, but they had on the TV everywhere I went, a German man in prosthetic muscle gear doing a rendition of How Does It Feel in German as D'Angelo with like braids. Fucking bizarre. I was like, what is happening here in Germany?
How long ago was this?
Pre-woke culture too. So this is a long time ago.
Is it unwoke to just put on fake abs and braids and
do
D'Angelo now?
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, you can't do that.
In Germany?
In Germany maybe, but I don't know. I don't know if the woke culture goes past. I think our borders.
Yeah,
no, it's in
I don't
Canada.
understand I don't really see the line there.
It doesn't. Well, it goes upwards. The way woke culture works is it goes
like
into
Los Feliz?
It goes into Canada, but it doesn't go south. You know,
Okay.
Once you cross the border, it doesn't. It's not there. They're not. There's not a bunch of adverbs and pronouns.
So San Diego's pretty close to like everything's pretty
yeah,
copacetic there.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I probably actually once you hit Orange County, it's over. It all goes out the window.
Huntington Beach is the real marker of all this.
HB is fucking ground zero, the DMZ for woke culture. It's
You have to
fucking-
pass through the little night, and then there's no more woke.
There's no more woke culture. Like you're driving down there with the best intentions, with your nose ring and your blue bowl cut, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking fix all the gender issues down there. And as soon as you go through the fucking orange curtain, all the shit fucking dissolves off, and you just have spiky hair and a Fox Racing shirt and a can of Monster, and you're like, fucking son of a bitch, and it's over with. And you're
I'm
doing
just
a wheelie.
imagining a little night going. It's okay.
It's okay.
Come here.
Come here.
You can say whatever you
You
want.
can say whatever you want here. We don't care. Okay, so you grew up down the street, and
And then
you
we
know-
went. Then my folks moved to the valley.
Oh, the Valley.
Yeah. So
Again-
high school years were valley.
When I was a kid, the Valley, I remember being like, growing up in Venice, it was like, oh, you're from the Valley?
Right.
But then as you get older, you're like, I'm so happy if anyone's from the Valley. Because then I started hanging out in the Valley. I got a lot of Val friends.
Sure.
Valley dudes fucking, it's a different kind of weird.
Big up Paul Thomas Anderson.
Big up P.T. Anderson.
Yeah,
big
PTA.
Valley.
He really holds it down.
Big
for
Valley
you.
advocate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really holds it down.
The one with Tom Cruise, it's so that one's
Magnolia?
very Magnolia is super valied out. Not my favorite P.T. Anderson movie, but did you like whatchamacallit, the last one?
Licorice Pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
I really liked it.
I like his stuff.
I was watching Licorice Pizza and going, like I went into it pretty blind. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right. And then
And
you
I-
saw the valley, and you're like, wow.
No,
Van Nuys Boulevard really takes me back.
no, it wasn't that. I'm not that connected to the Valley where I know the locations, but the way he made the movie was, I just didn't see anything coming at all. I didn't know what was happening, and every time I literally was just going like this. Wait, he's doing what? Like, he has a mattress store? I was like flabbergasted the whole time, and I loved every minute of it. It was amazing. I mean, even the cameos, like it was such a, like I feel like he's just like, I feel like he's just masterworking, painting, like, you know, I don't know. Like the way he built that movie is like, I couldn't even wrap my head around it.
Right.
Like, how did he even see it? You know, and like, how did it come together? It was kind of beautiful. And so, I talked to some people hate it. I'm like, I don't know. Listen, Punch Drunk Love is like one of my favorite P.T. Anderson movies.
Big time. It opens in the valley.
Yeah, that movie's amazing.
Yeah, very.
He's insane. He's awesome.
He manufactures plungers or something, right?
Yeah,
gag?
glass handles, gag plungers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on a real guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
a guy that cheated the system for healthy snacks, healthy snack pudding, and got free plane tickets. But back to Kevin. Kevin's deflecting, which is another. Which shows that you spent time with Renee because he's a master deflector, the king of deflecting. When I had Renee in that chair, I think he wouldn't even answer me if I said, "What day is it?" He couldn't give me an answer. It would be like, "Well, you know, days are, you know, it's, I don't know, you know, I mean, days, man. I mean, what is a day? You know." So you grew up, you grew up in the Valley in your formative years. Listen, what was the first piece of music you bought?
I bought.
Yeah.
I remember this. There was I think I won a combo CD cassette boombox
Oh yeah.
at like I earned one in like a spelling bee or something. Just one of those things like pledge and then you I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But
Book fair.
I bought a Megadeth single from the it's I don't know, it's Hangar 18, but I don't know if that was from an album called Hang. Anyways, I bought this Megadeth CD single because
Yeah.
I thought the art was really cool. It was like a skull doctor. It was in Rust in Peace, yeah. And the skull doctor was like going into like some cryo chamber with something and like, you know,
Yeah.
doing some Megadeth-y thing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of cassettes. There was a cassette single of King T. Do you remember that guy?
Oh fuck yeah. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
it
me?
was a King T cassette single. And then a lot of people started giving me stuff, you know, like
What?
music stuff.
Why?
I don't
Trying to guide you?
I don't know. I was like, it was present, like Vanilla Ice cassettes, and like I had a Buddy Holly. I just remember the cassettes pretty well.
It's kind of great when you're a kid and you actually have you're such a blank slate. You're like I would wander in somewhere and be like, this album, like literally the album would look good, the cover.
Right.
And I just would be like, I'm going to buy this. And so, a lot of times it was trash.
Yeah.
But one of the first cassettes I bought was on the boardwalk and I bought LL Cool J's Radio.
Nice.
And I remember listening to it and being like, prepubescent, I think, and being like, listening to Dear Yvette and just being like, so like titillated and moved, and like it stoked this thing in my brain where I was like, dude, this chick she's fucking everybody. And I was like blown away. I was like, wow.
Ladies love Cool J.
Yeah, ladies love Cool J. So yeah, you got what I mean. So we're in high school. You're doing your thing. What do you do? Did you have a graffiti phase?
I had a graffiti phase.
That's cool.
I'm much more like I was a very enthusiastic observer.
Yeah.
I got up a little bit. Much more like a good observer, I think. A fan.
Right. I mean, in LA at the time, it's like, how old are you?
42.
Oh my God, you're younger than me. And at the time in LA, I thought the beard makes it seem like you're just so much older than I am.
There are no days. There's no age.
It is no age. There is no actual age. So yeah, at the time in LA, roughly at about the same time, you're just like, it's like the beginning of that Jizza album, except the guy lays out 5 items, and it's like there's a spray can, there's a gun, there's a heroin needle, there's there's like a Hot Topic goth kit, and then there's like a skateboard, and there's a surfboard, and you figure you have to pick one. You're like, what's my identity going to be? And you don't know what you're doing. I didn't know when I chose to do graffiti that I was going to be like shape my entire fucking life.
I would say that I didn't do graffiti, but I did a lot of tagging.
Right. That's good. That's graffiti.
Yeah.
So then you're doing graffiti, and you're listening. Are you still listening to metal, or are you getting into rap music? What are you doing?
Music wasn't really like a big deal for me until later.
Right.
Like until around 16, 17.
That's when it hit.
That when it got more important. When I was like, oh, this is really interesting. What is all this stuff?
Right.
This is cool. Like, what are all these things that are happening?
And it starts to change your identity, right? Music.
I guess so.
I think so. Yeah. Drugs? Did you do drugs?
Nah, not to music, no.
Not to music? The thing about Kevin you guys need to know is he keeps his drugs and his music separate. Never mixes. If drugs are on, there's no music, and if music comes on, there's no drugs. Turn it off. I'm doing coke. No more Steely Dan.
Is Steely Dan coke music?
To some people, yeah.
I guess for a certain era, you'd be doing. This is a question I had for you actually. Is graffiti now just for Instagram? Like if you have a really great hand style, don't you just go film yourself tagging something?
People do shoot themselves tagging, but for every bit of graffiti being for Instagram, there's dudes out there who are fucking doing work. There's guys out there. I know guys who are like still in like it's a lifestyle. Like you're gonna be. That's why I'm not a graffiti writer anymore. Like I'm retired. Okay.
You're a podcast host.
I'm a podcast. I'm a fucking studio. Like I tag on paper and I draw and I make t-shirts. I don't fucking do graffiti anymore.
But the virtual graffiti was fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun. But I don't tag anyone to do graffiti. I mean, I'm always gonna be a writer on some level, but I'm not active. And there's guys out there who are living the life and they're still full-time graffiti writers, and it's a fucking lifestyle. Like it's like you're when you're fully a writer, you're committed, you're wired in, you can't ever shake it. Guys like GK and Saber, they can't stop. Like they can never stop writing.
GK is a goat.
Yeah.
Is he like the Iverson of graffiti? Who's like so different and enthusiastic.
I think GK is I think GK is a king. And I'm biased, of course, but okay. I think you put him up against anyone else, and it's like there's a couple out there, and he's one of them. Right. I think
originally Gank,
yep, goes by a bunch of other monikers. We're doing a drop.
He's really great.
He's great,
like memorably unbelievable.
Yeah, and we're doing a GK drop next week, and we're doing a Chaka drop.
Chaka, cool.
Chaka Part 2.
Nice.
We're born and raised.
GK I'd buy that.
You buy a GK shirt? I'll say.
You know who'd I buy? An Oil.
Yeah, Euler would be sick. We gotta get Euler.
He was everywhere.
Euler was destroyed. Euler destroyed the freeways.
Everywhere.
Yeah, Euler was.
So yeah. Anyways, I paid a lot of attention to graffiti and tagging.
Yeah.
Growing up in LA.
Yeah.
To summarize the last half hour.
Yeah.
Maybe edit out the last half hour.
No, it's
back to this.
It's great. So you're in high school and you
looking
try
at Euler tags.
You're looking at Euler tags.
Learning what UTI meant.
Right. Learning what's UTI.
Going to the hip hop shop.
Going to the hip hop shop. Hex's hip hop shop.
Yes.
Yeah. You tried out for the high school musical, but they rejected you because they said your tenor was dog shit and you were trying to rap. You're trying to do jump around with a quartet and it didn't fly.
House of Pain originally Jump Around was released in England on XL Records.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably a big what's the record guys, the record collector guys things. Do you have records? Do you own records?
No, I gave them all away.
You give them all away. It's just an act of just like.
I have a godson, and I think I can't. It was a combination of things, but I remember looking at them one night, being like, I don't fucking want this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you should sell it. I was like, I don't want to sell this shit. Too lazy.
Too lazy.
And then I was like, you know what? Max should have these. So I gave them all to my godson.
How many crates?
It was a lot of records.
30 crates.
And maybe it was like a rude gift because I dropped it off at their house. I was like, here, these are yours now. They're like, thanks. But it's so heavy.
Yeah.
It's like just dropping a pallet of stuff at someone's house and be like, dude, I'm so thankful that you could have it.
No.
And then you're like, this weighs as much as like a VW.
But the
I gotta move this.
You'd have movers do it, huh?
Yeah, like you gotta like really move it.
Was the kid into music?
And he is now. He tells me about stuff. He's 10. Or maybe
he's
no,
10.
he's almost 11. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's 10.
Dude,
But he's like way up on shit.
Bro, giving a 10-year-old that many records is a life-defining thing. It
Maybe.
plants a seed in your head. Something's gonna happen.
He'll grab them later. But like there's some really rank shit in there.
Yeah.
Like Lenny Kravitz disco edits and shit like he's like, what's this? This is like garbage, you know?
Dude.
There's definitely some really cool stuff.
And he's got to listen to it one by. He's got to take it out of the thing.
This is good. This is good pod talk, I think.
What's that?
But my wife is keeping me very up to date on it.
My wife.
But but the Amber Heard thing,
Oh man, are you kidding me?
dude, it's really
Dude, Amber
great.
Heard.
There's so much. My wife told me that she told me this morning that she's like, listen to this. I was like, what is it? She's like, they're discussing using a tampon applicator to snort cocaine through.
Oh,
And there's like a photo of it that she had taken and sent to a friend.
I don't understand. If you guys are that rich, you can't find a fucking straw.
Have you ever read the Rolling Stone story, Johnny Depp?
I might have way back where.
Dude, it's so good.
It's really damning of him, right? He's like,
It doesn't. No, it's not, because he's a G. He's the only, like, you know how, like, have you ever had a friend say to you, like, oh man, like rich people just are kind of boring, like they don't go big.
no.
Like if I had that much money, I'd buy a submarine.
yes,
Right?
yes.
That's Johnny Depp.
That's Johnny.
He's just like, there's a photo of his yacht in there, and it was all wood. Like he has like a custom oak yacht or something.
I love that when he did Pirates of the Caribbean, when that was happening, I remember being in a supermarket and they're like, Johnny Depp has a Captain Jack Sparrow tattoo. And I was like, what's going on? And it's like, it shows him with the tattoo. I'm like, who gets the tattoo of the movie they're in? And then it just you realize that he's so immersed in that thing.
In the opening of that story, the writer's like, I sat down and he rolled a hat. Wait, a cigar-sized blunt filled with hash.
Holy shit. Okay, that's a real...
Yo, you're a writer and you're like in a castle in England with security guards. And then you sit down with Johnny Depp and he's like, hey, hold on one sec. A cigar-sized blunt of hash?
I've heard those...
That's how you... What if I walked in here to start your pod and was like, hold up. And it was the size of a cigar. And I was just like...
That's crazy. That's only... listen.
Yo, and dude, he's fucking killer.
He's
really killer.
You have to be very hardcore to smoke that. That's all I'm going to say. I can't... how can I say this? You have to have such a strong tolerance for everything. I'm talking about everything. To smoke a blunt full of hash is mind-boggling.
What's his band called? Is his band called Hollywood Undead?
No, that's the
Hollywood
MySpace
Vampires.
band. That was the MySpace band.
Yes, Hollywood.
You
that
broke
was
the
MySpace
Hollywood Undead. That's what I heard. No? Okay. So
I think they're still around, Hollywood Undead.
they probably are.
I
Yeah.
think I thought of them the same difference.
That's an
Vampire
Orange County
Undead.
creation too.
Is it Orange County?
Yeah. They got to be. There's no way they're not.
They're from Hollywood though.
No, they're called Hollywood Undead. Doesn't mean they didn't originate behind the orange curtain. So before we get to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, we have to do a real quick. We never even got to know anything about Kevin. Can we just talk a little bit about your life?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to have to fast forward. You went to college?
I didn't go to college.
Okay, nice. I like that. You didn't go to college. You leave high school. What did you do? What were you doing?
So I wasn't very good, or I wasn't the greatest student.
Me either.
And I dropped out of high school and I got a
Same.
equivalent later.
There's hope for you fuckers.
And I went on tour and I just started
With who?
touring with bands. My friend Ariel's band. And
Ariel Pink?
No. He's a native though too, right?
Another Ariel.
He's a townie, right?
Yeah, he's around. I saw him at La Pergoletta with a baby the other day.
I heard he has a baby.
Yeah, I just saw him in there with a baby. I was like, that guy has a baby. Cool. So you went on tour with your friend Ariel.
Yeah.
What band was it?
He had a band called the Hippos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
We were 17.
Oh wow. And what are you doing on tour? You're like a roadie, or
I was like the merch guy.
you're the merch guy?
Merch
That's
guy,
classic.
probably tour managing a little bit.
That's a classic
like
ground.
both. I did kind of both.
Yeah.
And then
And you're like, I'll do this. I got nothing else going on.
yeah,
right
it was
now.
all my friends. They were doing stuff. I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what I thought I was gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I got an internship with a guy who had a management company, and he also had a record label. And it was on Lincoln and Pico.
Oh.
So I was still living at my parents at the time.
What was the
'cause I
company?
was just about to turn 18, or I just turned. I can't remember.
You don't remember the company?
Oh no! Oh, the company was called Vagrant Records.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Vagrant
Yeah.
Records. Yeah.
But I used to take the bus there, and then I moved to like Westwood a couple months later.
Will you give me water and an apple, please? I'm starting to get a little peakish. You want an apple?
Aren't apples really bad for the thing?
I mean, if he's doing it,
Why? Oh, an apple.
You want
What
an
kind
apple?
of apple?
Oh, I don't know. I have my assistant just got to know what they are. You know what I have my assistant's making me? I have her pre-make salads and put them in jars. I saw it on TikTok. So in my fridge,
Wait,
there's like
you don't know how to do food prep yourself?
I just didn't see it in a way I liked it. I like the way it looks
You
in
didn't
the
see
jar.
food prep in a way.
I don't like doing it. It's fucking. I have other.
I
shit
get
gotta
that,
do.
but why? So she pre-makes a salad in a jar, and then you add dressing and shake it up.
No, I dump it into a thing and put dressing on it. It just makes it so I can't wrap my head around doing it myself.
Oh wow!
This
Thank
is
you.
this is a salad. Isn't this cool?
I guess.
And I make my own chicken. I dump this out and I put some brown rice, and I'm on a cleanse right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a thing for like 6 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting really in touch with my inner self. Sorry to cut you off.
No, don't worry about it.
Wash our apples, please, Jason. No soap. No soap.
Where are the apples?
They're in the drawer into the fridge. I keep my apples icy, my boy. Okay, so you're on tour with the Hippos.
Yes, sorry.
You're tour managing / merch, which
Yeah.
is a great start learning the
Yeah.
business. You're like, I'm gonna slang t-shirts,
Yeah.
and then what?
I think I was pretty.
Oh, you
good
got
at
it.
it.
You
I was
got
pretty
it.
good at
You got an internship at
Got an
Vagrant.
internship, yes.
At Vagrant.
Yeah.
Punk
The
label.
office. It was like in a small office on Lincoln. On Pico at Lincoln.
Okay.
So it was across the street from like the Claire Foundation.
Yeah.
Like West Side.
Yeah.
Hub.
Yeah.
And near a Tommy's Burger.
Oh yeah. Classic West
So
LA.
the guy. So it was it was like a floor, and it was at the time they just had one office, and the guy who had the other offices, there was maybe 4 or 5 maybe 4 offices. That guy was on the beat. He was at the early stage of online video pornography.
Oh okay.
So he moved out because he started making a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, this is still dial up too,
Oh wow.
because the office had two lines. One was used for dialing up to send an email or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was some guy in the front who was a detached building. And he managed the grave diggers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Horrorcore.
Yeah. But that's where it started. There was lots of antics out there too.
Yeah.
Like there was like a homeless guy who loved to just like make forts in the parking spot.
Right.
And I would get there first, and I'd have to be like, "Hey man, like, we got to park here. So
Yeah.
We got to go."
Yeah. How would he take it?
He was chill,
He was chill.
but he was just kind of all there once a week at least.
Yeah. It was before the kind of problem we have now with. Thank you, Jason. It's really nice of you.
Thanks, man. Go right in the mic.
So from there,
Oh,
you're
anyway,
knocking down this man's fort. You're going to work. You're an intern. Unpaid or paid?
unpaid, and then I think I became paid, and then a lot of good stuff happened with that company and its roster and all that stuff. And then I don't know. This happened all now. It's a long time ago. I don't know. And then I took jobs and did stuff. And what's going on?
Just this I'll do my best with the alcohol.
There's a chopper overhead.
We can just let it pass. So after Vagrant Records, then
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's so boring. I just had a career, like I had jobs. Yes.
No, come on.
No. It's like it's not. There's nothing eventful.
Really?
Yeah, like there's no like.
I guess if you're not going to give me
I
any
wasn't
cool,
taking cocaine and like listening to Steely Dan.
you ended up working with Rick Rubin.
I did work with Rick Rubin for
Right.
a long time. Yeah.
Now, is it just a coincidence that you guys both have beards, or did you?
No, I think honestly, like I think I was just, like he's like a mentor and
He's a
all that
mentor.
stuff.
He's like
And I like you adapt.
he's like a sage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely.
What else did you learn from him?
I learned a lot about like how people make things
Yeah.
and like what motivates them to make it, and then like sort of. Yeah, this may sound weird, but I think for people who know him or don't, but like a lot of discipline. Like it's all about like it's like there's a practice to it,
To being creative.
that into like getting the best out of people
Yeah.
that do something specific,
Yeah.
whether it's music. I mean, in this case, it's music,
Yeah.
but
Can you scooch a little closer?
oh sure. Is that better? Is this close enough? Is this too close?
No, this is perfect. You can't get too close.
No, just like repetition, kind of like eliminating the process of elimination through like endless creation almost. Like he's just he had a lot of interesting ways that he would, at least that I got to observe.
Yeah.
About getting the best out of someone,
I mean, you cannot look at the man and like there are very few people I think who are undeniably cool, right? And if you look at the trajectory of that person as like, being at the beginning of like, the incarnation of Def Jam, or like, working Russell Simmons out of a dorm, like, and being that much of a journeyman, like not journeyman, just like whatever the fucking word is. I don't know. He's at the beginning of things, Slayer, all these things. And also like the way that he's, whether he did it on purpose or not, branded himself, and like in the way that his beliefs kind of spread out from him. Like you can know he meditates, and that he's like unattached to things, but also attached to things. And like I watched a documentary on him, and I'm just like, it just makes you go like, fuck, what am I doing? Like it just seems like, and of course everything always looks greener, but
you should just produce some like timeless hip hop.
it's just like the worst thing you could ever
Just do
do.
it.
Just 90s golden era rap.
I mean, Gunna and Young Thug might need
They might
some
need
hits,
it.
Listen,
Not
not
that
that
they
they have any problem with that now.
There was
They might need two-tone hits.
So yeah, you worked with Rick Rubin. He mentored you, and that's an amazing
Sure,
opportunity, right?
Definitely.
Did you learn to meditate from him?
No.
You didn't. Did you meditate before?
Yeah, I think probably I started after, like through that influence or something.
Through the
I
influence.
can't remember when. I learned meditation I learned Vedic meditation through this guy named Jeff Kober.
Vedic.
Yeah,
What kind of meditation is that?
Vedic,
But like, where's it from?
the Vedas.
Oh, the Vedas. The Vedaba system. Is there a
I don't know,
mantra?
like you mean like the geographic?
I don't know.
location?
Like, what is it? Buddhist? Is there a mantra? Do you fucking?
It's mantra based. Yeah,
mantra based. I do TM.
it's they're very similar.
Very similar. Yeah, I think yours is more OG. Mine's like the commercial version.
I think, and I could be very very wrong here.
Yeah.
But I think the distinction is that it's like non-worship based.
Right.
So
Yeah. So yeah, you worked for Rick Rubin,
yes,
and then you worked you hand in hand with Onyx for a very long time.
yeah. Me and Sticky Fingers
Yeah, you
were
and
like
Sticky
real,
Fingers.
we were really tight.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was the top bunk, I was the bottom bunk.
yeah, I get that vibe. I think they probably learned more from
No.
you than you from them.
Onyx were great, but yeah, no, I worked for Rick for a long time, and then that was when he was the head of Columbia Records. His official title escapes me.
Right.
And then I moved on. He moved on from that position, and then I had to move on eventually.
Right.
And then I was at Warner Brothers. I had a management company on the side, kind of, and then I was at Warner Brothers for a little while, and then and then I just committed myself to the management stuff.
And that's what to this day you're still managing?
No, I haven't done that in years.
You don't have any cool anecdotes? You gotta tell us one story. Tell us one story. You're on tour with the Smashing Pumpkins.
All right, I gotta look at it.
Rick Rubin's in a going on a cyber.
Yo, how old do you think I am?
I don't know.
You're on tour of the Smashing Pumpkins, and
They toured forever.
Here's a good Vegas story. We get a call one of the guys was DJ. I think it was Diplo was DJing. It was like a Tuesday night. And he's like, yo, you'll never guess what happened. I was like, what? He's like, someone bought all the beer. I was like, what do you mean someone bought all the beer? It's like, someone bought all the beer. I was like, that's kind of crazy. He's like, it gets crazy.
For the venue?
Yeah. So they're in one of the nightclubs. And the host relayed this to me too, because I couldn't believe it. It's like, yeah, this high roller, he just had a big night he closed some deal or something. He came in, he was kind of wasted, and he had a booth. He was like, I want a beer. Actually, I want a case of beer. They bring him a case of beer. Right? You pay for it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I want all the beer.
No.
The guy was like, he's like, what do you mean? They're like, I want all the beer. I want to buy all the beer. Cool. So they started with dollies. They were bringing out the beer.
No.
And he built a fort of beer.
No.
Into like, you know, like you have a booth. It's like half you know?
Yeah.
So they basically walled off and created a fort
out of beer.
And he bought all the beer in that. Yeah. And they had it got really specific. Like it looked like an igloo.
No way.
Yeah. It looked
That's
like an
sick.
igloo of like Heineken and Corona. And
That's
stuff.
Johnny Depp type shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Another great one. These are all at the Wynn.
Wait, what was the second bad part? He said there's more. What was more?
Oh, he just kept buying the beer. I think he spent $150,000 on beer. Whoever this person was.
And that made it so other people couldn't buy beer.
Yeah, no, there was no beer left in
There's
that
no
club.
beer. So if you wanted a beer, you had to
go to another club.
Or you had to ask him
hotel.
for a beer and he wouldn't give it up.
I don't know if he was stingy with the beer. I also can't recall how many people were there.
That's so funny.
But I remember getting a photograph and the photos kind of made it seem like there's not a lot of people there either.
Right.
Because it was like
he's bored.
Yeah, he was like kind of bored.
Yeah.
So he made a beer for it.
It must have been a big deal to drop. I mean, what kind of deal do you have to sign, money wise, to spend $150K on beer for fun? How many?
Probably, honestly, if I don't drink beer, so I
Yeah.
feel like it would be negative fun.
Right. Well, let's say whatever your favorite thing is in the club or anywhere.
I don't know, probably not much. If I had that much money to just spend, like if I had $150,000 to throw away on beer on a Tuesday night,
I'm saying how much money dictates you being able to toss $150?
a lot
10 million,
more,
30 million,
more.
$100 million, and you'll
Yeah,
and
if
you'll
I had
flush.
$100 million,
You flush $150K.
Yeah, I would spend $150K on.
Pragmatic man. I mean, that's not how Gunner and Young Thug are thinking.
No, but
Tell you
they're
that right
also having RICO charges right now.
They got RICO charges. Yeah, this is
And I'm sitting in a beautiful living room in
Right.
Lower Los Feliz.
true. And the bottoms.
So
of
you're
Los Feliz.
South Los Feliz?
Yeah,
All right.
this is the bottoms of here. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. over here.
Another good Vegas story was they were doing so all the clubs are in the Wynn Encore properties. And I think there might be 4, but there's definitely 3. I remember one night the host comes up, he's like, hey, one of the high roller guys wants to make it rain from the stage. Are you okay with that? I was like, I don't really care.
So he went to go on stage with your guys.
Yeah, like
with
one of the
Major
guys was
Lazer.
DJing. I don't know. I can't remember who was DJing, but someone's DJ's like, is it okay if they go up and like make it rain for a sec?
Right.
I was like, okay. And so the guy went up with 10 grand and they were banded, but he didn't take the bands off the cash.
Yeah.
Or he did. He was really drunk. I think
Yeah.
he took the bands off one of the bricks of whatever. And so he sort of made it rain, but it sort of like fell.
He made it hail. He made it thud.
Hell
Yeah.
And then
This one thud.
the second block, he just took it and it didn't break. And he just threw it like a baseball pitch and it hit someone in the head. And the person went, I saw them, it hit him in the head. They went, oh. I looked down, picked it up. And then I just saw them jumping up and down like, yeah.
Oh my
He just like
God.
threw $5 grand at their head.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he
that's
took it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, and he took
that's
it.
really that's how you should make it rain. Is take the whole brick and just chuck it at somebody.
Well, they have guns. Like the guns are
The
pretty
guns,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, Miami is really where that shit goes wild.
The money guns.
The money guns and just like being able to get ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And like just like you like I've been to like during like Winter Music Conference, those kind of things. Been to some clubs in Miami. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even participate and I'm $500 down right now. What happened?
Right.
You know, and like there's ATMs everywhere. They
Right.
just give you $1 bills for everything. And there's just money. Just dollar bills.
It's so crazy.
Everywhere.
The concept of throwing money, the
money concept.
the American concept. Obviously, like we made that up because we're fucking idiots. Just that whole
Wait,
concept.
hold on. America rules, but continue.
Sure, but like
America
we're also
rocks.
America rocks, but we're like slowly that red, white, and blue turd is just slowly swirling down the drain. You know, we're just like
Well, it's why your landlord wants to get out of California because Biden is ruining California.
Because Biden goes. The thing is, here's the thing about Biden. We got Biden because we're so terrified of this fucking idiot before him, and Biden's barely alive, and it's just like, what is happening? And
I mean, he's not. He's like the principal of a school. He's not teaching math class.
Right. He's the principal of a school. Yeah. But still, even just as like a figurehead of some sort, the dude can barely do his job and on the level of like showing up and saying a sentence. Like, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, back to making it rain in Vegas and Miami. So you think our Americans' concept of making it rain is bad, or
dude
should be better?
Listen,
how would Americans make making it rain better?
You can't throwing money in the fucking air.
What's wrong with that?
I like that you're playing devil's advocate as
as like
a seriously like a guy who really knows finance and numbers. Like, you're like, what's wrong with that? Like, you take 10 grand and chuck it up in the air.
Okay,
you'll do that? Let's go to the club.
No, wait.
Let's go to
I'll
Cheetahs.
take 10 grand and chuck it up in the air, but that's a very specific. Like, I could just take 10 grand, throw it in the air. You're talking about like,
I'm talking about going to
celebration,
going to the club
rain.
with 30 bands and going, boom, chucking it in the air and letting it fall down, and just watching everyone go crazy for that one night for 30 racks. It's like, dude, that's 3 Hondas. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's like I don't know. It might not mean shit to that person, but that shit means a lot to someone else.
Right. You're the king of the club, though.
You're the king of the club for that fucking night. And then another, like, it's crazy. It's a crazy phenomenon.
Nightclub lifestyle is really.
But I bowed out of that world like a long time ago. So I don't have any.
I remember I was in Ibiza because we would do like work with a lot of DJs, right? So
yeah.
We do a lot of summer seasons. I remember talking to a guy in the front of a hotel,
right,
who's going out, and the subject of like what we do came up. And I was like, oh, I'm here for work. I work with DJs or whatever. He's like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm in what did he say he was? He's like, I'm in mapping, like software mapping.
Yeah.
I was like, you are? This guy like a
like
little
mapping
bit
like streets,
slightly brolic, like clean shaven. Like, he's a guy from like North Carolina who probably played lacrosse.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was like, mapping? He's like, oh, like defense systems. I was like, so you make missiles?
Yeah.
That like hunt like drones? He's like, not exactly. And I was like, oh, so you make drone technology to kill like targets from a video game console. Yeah. He's like, sorta.
Yeah. I love the answer, the ambiguous answer, sorta. Yeah. And when it really comes down to it, he probably just makes the plastic thing you snap on the face of the drone. He's getting $70 billion. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably not even like dealing with the tech. Right. He's like the guy that builds the skid plates on the drone helicopter. And he's like,
Ibiza's really, but back to nightclub stuff.
Yeah.
Ibiza's really crazy.
I've never been to Ibiza.
You should go. The island is unbelievably beautiful.
Really?
Beaches are amazing.
I got 2 trips planned.
Okay.
As of now, but there will be more. I'm going to Vegas next week.
Make it rain.
No, I'm not going to make it.
Why not?
My girlfriend's taking a work trip. And
I know who your girlfriend is. Make it rain.
What? She would hate that. My girlfriend's practical.
One of the darkest places in Vegas is a slot machine that always pays.
What's that?
It's in Circus.
Is that called the Spearmint Rhino? Hey, yo. What?
You don't like the rain, baby. That's not for you.
Maybe we'll go.
You're a little desert dweller. You're in Tahunga kicking dust out.
Yeah, kicking dust. Wait, there's a special slot machine in Circus.
It's like 3. I can't remember the odds, but
how do you
it always
know this?
Pays.
Really?
Yo, I grift. Like, I want to check shit out.
Yeah, you know shit.
Circus is cool. So Circus is right down the street from the Wynn Encore. Yeah. What is it? What do you call those?
That's your
brain
world.
Farting. Yeah. Like the resort. It's like from that place. So you can walk down. But Circus always has crazy shit. Like, you walk down there in the middle of the day and there'll be some lady on her back juggling chairs with her feet.
Right.
Like table juggling in the middle of the day.
I gotta go to Circus.
There's acrobats like doing flips and shit. They got like a trapeze in there.
Yeah.
It's really, and you're like, wait, and it's in the round. So
you're turning me around on this because I hate Vegas.
No, Vegas is really, really, really got a bad rap.
I hate Vegas, but now I forgot. I haven't been to Circus since I was a little kid.
Yo, Circus is OD. So this is where Circus is at. Their like celebrity sponsored restaurant is Vince Neil. And I'm pretty sure it's Vince Neil like fish tacos.
Oh fuck.
And the photo is him on like a motorcycle, like Lil Vince Neil, you know, with his blonde hair and shit.
Oh, it's like
Just like-
sliders shaped like tits.
Yeah, or like sliders that are shrimp,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. And then Circus, like they still have the coins. Like you can still get like dollar coins out of the machines and stuff. But they have a slot in like the corner that it's always pays. So
Really?
there's always people sitting there. But the value of it paying is like you could sit there for 5 hours and make like $30.
Right.
But you'll be up $30.
Right.
But it's just a really fucked up place.
This is where you get on your Gary V shit, right? You're like, you take that $30.
No. This is where you get into like some like maybe I should go to church shit.
Right.
Because you're sitting there and like the coins are coming down. It's like clink, clank, clink, clank. But it's just, it drowns out the music.
Right.
And all you hear is like the clickety clank. And then there's like people chain smoking Kents.
Oh god.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
Kent.
pressing the button. And then like you'll do a whole, like maybe you'll be there 45 minutes. You'll come back, same people there smoking on that same Kent.
Yeah, the slot machine
Just
scene is
clink,
sad.
clank, clink, clank. It's like,
terrible.
oh, this is like a portal.
Yeah.
Like your mind is gone right now. You're
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a little dark, I guess, if depending on your perspective. But then,
Yeah.
but Circus is really killer because you can go upstairs and like pop balloons and win a huge SpongeBob
Right.
or like
yeah.
shoot bat. You know what I'm saying? Like there's any kind of activity is at Circus.
Okay, I'm gonna hit Circus.
Stratosphere. There's wild shit that happens at the Stratosphere because it's like fringe strip.
Is that the one with the? Does it have a
The
a
roller
ride?
coaster at
roller
the top?
coaster? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going with me and Renee are gonna drive.
Sick.
She's flying.
Okay.
She's doing a company thing,
Okay.
a company meetup.
Okay.
She's like, I'm staying there. Do you want to come? And I'm like, my first answer is Vegas. Like, no. And I'm like, I'm trying to say yes to things I say no to usually.
Okay.
And I'm trying to make this a fun thing because I hate Vegas. So I'm like,
Oh, you guys go to Lotus of Siam for dinner.
Lotus of Siam.
Yeah, make a res if you just want to guarantee, or you'll have to wait.
I'm
I
gonna
waited
be-
90 minutes to eat there once.
I'm not going to eat dinner. I'm going to be on my cleanse still. I'm just going to have a lunch. I'm doing a gut reset.
That is
Bummed him out. You got so bummed out.
toy. You're talking shit about Alec Monopoly. That's what Alec Monopoly would do. Alec
yeah,
Monopoly
yeah.
would go to Vegas and be like, "Hey man, we have the high roller suite for you. We have a sushi chef." He's like, "Oh, I'm on a cleanse."
Yeah, you're right. It's very toy. That's why it's terrible. It's terrible.
And then
but
he draws like a pyramid with an eye on it on
Yeah.
top of like Alfred E. Newman in the bathroom. It's like, see, I like this. Your mirror is worth $50,000.
Yeah, I'm paying. This is
Yo,
how I
Alec
pay.
Monopoly is making it rain somewhere.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You should make it rain. Take like $200 and make it rain.
Oh, that's okay. $200 is reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm talking about dudes up
That's
in there.
200
with
ones. That's a
50
lot of
racks.
ones.
I'm talking about $50,000 in the air for a night. That's crazy.
I guess.
I guess
But for
it's all
some
relative.
dudes, it's not. It's
I mean, I guess if you have,
but Vegas is great. I think you're.
Well,
I think
okay.
I think you should.
If
eat.
it
be
takes-
the Pinball Hall of Fame is in Vegas.
okay, that does nothing for me. The Pinball Hall of Fame.
You should go. It's. I think the machines are set up in chronological order.
Okay, no, I'm not doing that. I will go to Circus.
Why aren't you
and
gonna
I
do
will
that?
go to the Stratosphere because I don't really care. I'll go 5
What, you're
games in.
resetting your gut. You don't want to go see pinball machines.
Yeah, but those two
you're definitely
things have
not
nothing-
eating anything.
Those two things have
You're not
nothing to do with
gambling.
it.
You're not doing any cocaine.
I'm going to
you're not
gamble.
drinking.
What do you mean I'm not going to gamble? Of course I'm going to gamble.
Oh, you're gonna play poker where?
I don't know. Where should I go? Where does
You're
it
gonna play long session poker in Vegas?
I don't.
You could go to the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Where should a guy like me go play poker who sucks at poker? Where should I play? Where are the people that I could take advantage of?
Where are you staying?
I'm staying at the Aria.
Play at the Aria.
I hear
They
it's
had a
like-
really good PLO game a long time. Oh,
But isn't that all real card players there? I don't want
are
to play.
you not a real card
No,
player?
I'm terrible.
So you should play.
Why? Just so I can die instantly?
No, but maybe someone tries to take advantage. Like maybe someone tries to take advantage of your
Bad playing.
game,
Yeah.
but that it ends
But
up
you flip
working in
it.
your favor.
I'm bad enough to where I'm not bad enough to be like an unpredictable bad where I just do really dumb shit, like, go all in with 2-5. But I'm bad enough to where I can't focus and I get tired and I start doing weird bluffs that don't make sense. That's where I fall apart.
What's the point of playing poker then if you know you're basically predetermining that you're gonna lose.
No,
You're going in with, with a
basing this-
dusty L.
I'm basing that on the last few times I played, which have been bad. If I was on a winning streak, I wouldn't be saying that.
But playing at home games or at a casino?
I played at casinos twice and didn't do good.
Pre-COVID or post-COVID?
A couple days ago.
Ah,
Yeah.
where?
Yesterday, I played at Hollywood Park on Saturday.
Ew,
You hate that?
it's dusty in there.
Yeah.
That place is dusty.
Renee likes it because you can play with Crips.
Hollywood Park's the only place I feel like if I book a win,
Yeah.
I'm sort of like,
You're worried about going to your car.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's a little.
There's the dude I was playing with. He's sitting in your seat. He is missing a fucking pinky, diamond ring. You know, like you can tell who the ex-gang members are. It's like, and it's not young gangsters. It's old. It's gangsters who are now playing cards.
Right.
It was very late at night. It was 2 a.m. It was way past my bedtime, because that's when another reason I don't play so much anymore.
Did you get your nap that day?
I don't know if I got a nap, but after like 11, I start my brain starts going inward, and I just start shutting down because I'm in bed by then, right? So, why are you laughing at me? You have a bedtime?
No, but it's when I go to bed, I'm just like I get tired and I want to shut off and go to sleep. Yours is painful.
Yeah.
When I get tired, my brain goes in.
No, it's when I get tired.
It's around 11, and then it sounds like you're.
It's when I'm out.
Honestly, you describing yourself going to sleep sounds horrible.
It's when I'm
at
away.
11, I just go inward. And
that's when I'm away from the nest at 11. When I'm not near the crib and I'm out, and I was out with Renee the other night, and we were like picking up Natasha, and I was like, I'm done. He's like, what's wrong with you? He's like, he has no sympathy.
Right.
He does not give a shit. I'm like, I'm just like, I go to bed at like 10:30, 11, so I get up at 6-ish, and my brain just starts shutting down because I'm also on a limited calorie. Like, there's a limited amount of calories. I work out in the morning.
God, this is so boring.
I know.
Listen to your fucking workout and your low-cal fast diet about how you can't have fun in
Bro,
Vegas.
you lost a bunch of weight. How did you do it?
I walked around a lot.
What did you eat?
I ate pasta and I ate pasta.
Go fuck yourself.
No, I'm serious.
Ate pasta. You son of a bitch.
If you went to a trainer right now and be like, what would put you out of work? I guarantee you the trainer would say this. Be like, if you just did what I told you, you would never have to hire me again. And the trainer goes, and then you say, what? And the trainer goes, just remove one thing from your diet and walk.
Remove one thing?
Yeah, like a major thing like sugar or dairy.
One big thing.
Yeah, you remove one big thing.
What did you remove?
I didn't remove anything. I just had to walk. It was the pandemic. I had a pregnant wife and a newborn. There was literally nothing to do.
I'm terrified.
We had like a little baby. Everyone's like, yo, if you breathe, you might die.
Yeah.
Yo, it was not too long ago that we were taking Lysol and taking it to Grubhub. Yeah. Be like, I don't know who delivered this food.
I've been talking about this for a minute. I was washing my groceries.
Yeah, what?
That doctor on YouTube said, listen, the virus is like glitter. It's everywhere. Clean everything. I'm like, leave your packages outside for 3 days. It was fucking crazy.
Did you ever see the guy in Silver Lake who was running in jogging in a hazmat suit?
No.
I saw him a bunch. He was a full hazmat suit.
Dude, you still see people outside with masks on. I'm like, guys, come on.
That's fine. Yo, you're jogging in a hazmat suit. Just get a treadmill.
Yeah.
What are you jogging a hazmat suit
I don't
for?
know.
I don't think it was ironic either. I think he was straight up jogging in a hazmat suit. Like, I think that made sense to him. Anyway, so your soft diet, you have to go inward at 11.
Oh, fuck you.
And you're not going to have fun in Vegas.
You're
the only guy who's making this trip sound terrible.
I'm going to have fun. I just have to prepare myself to have fun. You made it sound more fun.
By what? Like eating some more calories? Have a piece of cheese and go af.
No, I'm very strict when I'm doing these things. You don't understand how hard it is. It's really hard for me to
Are you
going to
smoke a cigarette?
Fuck no. Are you kidding me?
You're not. You're not going to be in Vegas and everyone's just heaving.
Kevin, I am a fucking addict. If I have one cigarette, by the time I come home, I'll have a fucking pack rolled up my sleeve singing fucking doo-wop. Are you kidding me? Hey. I'll be chain smoking.
The next episode, hey, it's a powerful truth.
I'm on the air. I'm fucking terrible. Like, I don't have
I bet you smoke cool, though. Are you a cool smoker?
I was all right, yeah. I mean,
like it looked very French, but you were like from Venice.
Yeah. I had a cigarette holder and a beret. Just fucking smoke it with my asshole.
So wait, but we really haven't got down. So you're going to Vegas and you're not going to have fun. And you're going to go to bed early and not eat anything.
I'm going to have fun.
By the way, you want to your boring ass life. I'm giving you an option of checking out cool pinball machines, and you're saying you'd rather play poker with people that aren't as good as poker than you, and try and win some money.
Yeah, I'd like to play poker.
So you want to go play poker with seniors at like an off-strip casino?
No, I don't want to do that. That's terrible.
That's really the trip you just described to me.
That's terrible.
Because the buffet's got cottage cheese and like iceberg lettuce. And like
listen,
all stuff that can manage.
I'm going to take your advice and go to circus because that sounds fun.
Circus is really fun.
Looking at 300 pinball machines in the history of pinball, I'd rather fucking choke.
What's the difference? You go through people's like graffiti books with just "Hello, my name is" stickers.
There's a huge difference in looking at graffiti than looking at pinball machines.
No, it's not. It's the same thing as art.
I have no interest in pinball machines.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't.
How would you know if you don't?
I've seen a million of them, and I never.
Are you going to stop at 7 Magic Mountains since you're driving out?
We might.
What do you mean you might?
We might. We're gonna let the wind take us where it may. Who knows?
Why don't you stop there though?
It depends on. I have a passenger in the car.
Contemporary art graffiti.
Wait, what? At what?
7 Magic Mountains.
Wait, what's that?
It's on the drive. It's before you enter into Vegas. There's these boulders. It's called 7 Magic Mountains.
Oh, okay.
And they're these like pillars of rocks that are painted.
Should I bring a can?
No, you shouldn't do graffiti on them.
Oh, this fucking horse shit.
What do you mean?
What, this fucking TikTok vector that you had to take a picture
This was,
in front
by
of?
the way, this was around before TikTok existed.
All right, well, she wasn't. All right.
You're not on TikTok?
Not really. I have a burner.
You should. TikTok's.
We're thinking about going in though. We're thinking Born and Raised is thinking about making a push.
I went pretty hard on TikTok when for whatever the timing lined up when the Travis Scott Astro World thing set off.
Yeah.
And then I went into this whole of the Astro World satanic.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, I like that.
That conspiracy.
Yeah.
It was a ritual. It was a satanic ritual.
Yeah. Which is awesome. And also I like that, they do
I mean, it's just
they reference satanic stuff. So when they start putting it together, it's all there. Right? Like his stage is literally like the mouth of hell, right? And it's like his mouth. It's like hell. It's all because it's edgy. It's like Playboy Cardi.
No,
like,
I think they took like a Hermanus Bosch painting.
Yeah,
and were
yeah.
like, this is what Astro World is.
Yes.
And blah blah blah.
yeah, which is fucking rad.
Yeah.
It's still the same.
People, think so. And you're worried about where you're gonna play poker.
No.
Motherfuckers think Astro World was a ritual to summon demons.
Well,
you're like being a bitch about going to Vegas. Like,
not
I need
being
a
a
low-cal
bitch.
diet, an easy poker game, and an early night. Honestly, everything you described sounds so boring.
Listen, I just want to say that worshiping the devil since the history of man, the devil's been a problem since like witches. It's anything that can't be explained up until right now. It's always been the devil.
Right.
And they did
Now
it.
it's Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden's and the blood. What's her name? We always talk about Maria Abramovich.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
blood
her,
soup,
her, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's always
Spirit cooking.
spirit soup. Yeah, but it's always like it always comes back to the same thing, which is the devil, and it never gets old. And everyone's always all these parents are always scared of the devil, and it's always the devil, and the devil's devil. This show's over. How about that?
No, it's not over.
It's totally over. I'm fried. I gotta eat lunch.
Wait, we should talk about your low-calorie diet.
Oh, fuck
I just
off.
needed to see if there was like a baby alert.
What'd the baby do?
I don't know. Wait, we keep it rolling. I want to talk to you because
He's gonna make me keep going.
Well, I need to get I don't podcast ever. So you had time. You're always warm. You're always hot. You see a mic, you're able to ease in.
Yeah. Oh,
I never talked to
didn't warm up
anybody.
yet. You didn't warm up.
I didn't warm up.
You just warmed me up now.
I
gotta
barely talk to anybody. I talked to like
look
a
at
text.
Look at this.
Yeah, that. You wanted to throw in the towel as we just got to the good stuff.
Well, we did an hour and a half, and I'm like,
Well,
okay,
you're gonna
it's
edit
time,
out
it's
the
time
first
for lunch.
The first 45 minutes you're gonna edit out.
No,
So boring.
we keep all the garbage. Are you
Oh,
kidding
it's such caca though. That's scrub material.
me? No, dude.
Me being vague about my career, there's nothing interesting.
That's all we got from you. It's
No.
this is
That's a hard skip.
This medium has a window.
I'm sorry we didn't reach your diet standard term. You're low cal. Listen,
No, I'm on
honestly,
a cleanse. I'm on a cleanse.
You're low cal. You're
yeah, of course I'm low cal. I'm a fucking behemoth. What are you kidding me?
What's the Budweiser that's like no calories? You're the Zima of podcasts.
That's a terrible thing to say. And
You're
there's-
Michelob Ultra of talking right now because you're so low cal. You're just weak and you're like, oh, I can't do it.
I left some chicken thighs out, and I want to put them in the air fryer and eat them, and put them with my salad in a jar. I'm looking forward to that. I did my hike this morning.
So you make your salads from TikTok. You have your assistant make salad from TikTok advice.
Yeah.
It's low
Based
cal.
off of-
You're gonna air fry.
I'm gonna air fry my
Chicken.
chicken thighs.
Why air? And you're on a low. Why? You just need the crispy.
I like it makes it a little crispier.
Okay.
It's nicer.
You just burn it a little bit.
I don't know. It's fun. It's like a little thing. It's
Also,
like,
is it fried?
no, it doesn't emulate anything near fried.
What does it emulate?
Calling an
Just
air
dry
fryer
it out?
calling an air fryer is a misnomer. It's juicy, but and the skin gets a little crispy. That's what an air fryer does.
So it's a skillet that cost you like $400.
Less oil. It didn't cost me anything. It was a gift. That's the hook with the air fryer is that you don't have to put any
Less
oil.
oil.
No,
Less oil.
barely.
This guy's main concern is less oil.
Yeah.
Haven't you hung off like freeway overpasses doing graffiti?
Yeah, but I was a child. Now
now-
my concerns are
Now,
blood
by the way,
sugar.
you were a child. Now you're a baby.
Yeah,
You can't have
I'm
oil
getting
on your
younger.
chicken?
I'm getting younger. I'm getting more young and more handsome as I go on. That's the plan.
I didn't know you back then, but you are a good looking guy.
Pretty good looking guy.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
So you're gonna go to Vegas and disappoint your girlfriend?
No,
and,
no,
hang
no,
out with
no, no,
Renee
no, no, no.
and not go do anything.
No, no, no,
Not
no.
even like the.
No, I'm gonna go there and listen. I have to prepare myself to have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time.
Why do you have to prepare yourself? To
Because we're not
No
going-
one prepares to have a good time that's going to Vegas because
I hate
inherently.
Vegas. I hate it. I want to go sit in the fucking woods. I don't want to go to Vegas. But I'm gonna make
Do you
myself.
really want it? Because there's woods in Vegas.
No,
You
there
just go-
isn't. Where?
There's like mountains and shit. Red Rocks.
No, that's not woods. That's the desert, man.
Because you want to go to like Utah.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
So why not make this? Why not say, hey, baby, I'm sorry, but I need to do something for myself.
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna go to Ojai as an offset to this.
Ohio's that's not the forest.
It's better than more of a forest than Vegas.
You're so boring.
I'm not boring.
There's so much crazy shit to do in Vegas. There's so much fun.
I'm listening to you, and I said I go
You
to
should
Circus
get
Circus.
married. Get married.
Should I get married in Vegas?
Straight up. Get
Sure.
married. Why not? You're with your girl. You like her.
Shouldn't I ask her parents first?
Fuck no.
Traditional.
Then get it annulled the next day and then get married for real. But why not? Like have the Terminator marry you.
I think this
Do something fun. Like I went and I'm on this low calorie diet and I need to do things that are safe for me.
Why do you want me to do wild shit?
What? Because because everything you're brought up is boring.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be boring. I like to be boring.
No, you don't have to
It's
try to be
satisfying.
boring. You just have to be boring.
It's satisfying for me to be boring.
No. You're
What's the last?
No, you're putting a lot of effort into
As
being
soon as I
boring.
said I didn't want to look at a fucking pinball machine, this guy goes postal. He's lost his marbles, and he says I'm a piece of shit who's boring.
I didn't say
what's
you're
the
a
most
piece of shit.
What's
I
the
said
most
you were
exciting thing you've done recently, Mr. Fucking Skydiver? What are you talking about? Boring.
I'm trying to think of something
You're,
exciting.
you're measuring yogurt to feed your baby. You're fucking dude. What are you doing? You walk around Los Feliz all day listening to Ram Dass ramble on about mushrooms. No one knows what the fuck you're talking about. You're calling me boring. Like,
Yo, by the way, I think Rick Rubin produced a Ram Dass album.
I never listened to
almost
Ram Dass,
positive.
but it's probably amazing. I'm sure. No, being boring is the new is it. That's where it's at, man. I love being boring.
Yeah, but yours is self-imposed boredom.
Yeah, who the fuck else is gonna impose it? Listen, left to my own devices, if I don't stay on a track, I'm the opposite of this. I'm fucking
Why does your track
yeah.
have to be like the council-made paved sidewalk in Tahunga? Why can't it be the yellow brick road?
That's my yellow brick road.
Really?
Yeah, I need
Really?
rules.
You can have rules.
I've lived rule free for so long that I need to have
so
guidelines.
you go to the one place
I
in the
need
U.S. that
guardrails.
there's no rules and decide to have a low-cal evening out
what
and
fucking?
play shitty poker with like old people.
I'm not. I'm on a cleanse.
That's
I'm not breaking my cleanse to
no,
eat fucking.
your plan is really trash.
Dude, Vegas sucks. I don't have a
It
plan.
definitely
I'm
doesn't suck.
piggybacking on my girlfriend's fucking work trip because she
Where's-
wants me to go with her.
And is the whole company staying at the Aria?
Yes,
Okay.
they're all staying at the Aria. She's like, "We
Go.
come."
You know what?
Yeah,
How much do you have a gambling budget?
yeah.
What's the budget?
I haven't established it yet. A couple
haven't-
grand. I don't know. $5,000.
Take
something?
1,000 and put it on a number at the roulette table.
Should I? I'll do that.
Definitely.
I'll definitely do that.
I've done that.
Yeah. We just gave ourselves raises. I'm gonna do that. Put a rack on a number or on color.
On a number.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because the odds are astronomical.
It's sick.
Well, what if it hits? It's not gonna hit.
It hits.
What if it hits? So you want
I've
to do
done
something?
it. I've hit it.
You've hit it?
Yeah.
But you've done it how many times?
Me and Benny Blanco, we did it once. I know he was on your pod. But
Yeah.
We hit a number once for 1,000 each.
You did?
Yeah.
But how many times have you done it?
Hit the number?
Yeah.
Every time I go.
Every time you go, you drop a rack on a number. And
Not
you
a
hit.
rack, but I'll definitely pay like $100 on a number for sure.
Oh, 100. So you went from 1,000 to 100. 100's easy.
No, but 1,000 is, look, you're on the low cal boring shit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like elevate your low cal boring shit.
Okay. So you want me to put
But
1,000?
like I'll go and be like, oh, no, I'm committed to this roulette table.
Right.
I'll just throw 100 down until we go. And then I'll edge it up or down, depending.
I mean, I can do that.
200, 500.
Easy game.
100.
Completely.
Easy game. There's no skill involved.
Exactly. Completely luck based.
It's spray and pray, dude.
Yeah. But wouldn't you want the 50-50 odds instead?
We'll go to the European wheel because there's only 1-0.
Okay. What? I don't even understand
Like
that.
the floor roulette tables have 2 zeros, as a 0 and a double 0.
Right.
The European wheels only have 1. It's just that, so it's
How do you know the
better odds.
difference?
Because there's 1-0 or
Yeah,
2
but I have to
zeros.
go look at every goddamn roulette wheel and count
No,
the
just
zeros?
go to the high rollers area
Yeah.
where the limit is like $100 a bet or something, whatever it is.
Okay.
And look and just see if they have 1-0.
Maybe
or
I'll
2-0.
maybe I'll splash out a little bit. Maybe I'll up my budget.
If you're afraid to make it rain, I think you should just try and get 35 to 1 on a grand.
I'd
Off a
much rather
completely
drop.
arbitrary
I'd
bet.
much rather drop it on a roulette wheel than make it rain. That money never returns, but you might get it back.
But
$30,000,
maybe it returns
can you imagine?
by way of experience. Like, what if you just not make it rain in the club? But if you're like, hey, I'm at the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Make it rain.
There's a
in there.
bunch of guys here that look like they could use $100.
Yeah,
Just make it rain.
because I just think it's an asshole thing to do.
Fair.
You know, I just-
In the Pinball Hall of Fame, for sure.
yeah, for sure.
At a nightclub, not so much.
I mean, there's still.
But there's a lot of things. There's a restaurant off strip. It's like a sort of like a what's that? Like a Musso and Frank's ambiance, but it was in Goodfellas. I can't remember the name.
oh,
but
but Goodfellas or Casino?
or Casino. Sorry.
Yeah.
You could go there, have dinner. Roy Choi, he's got a restaurant out there.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
MGM
Roy's got
called
his
Best
thing.
Friend.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I've
See,
been going.
you're like,
I've been going to Roy's. Roy has these.
does he have a low calorie restaurant that you really like?
Listen, asshole. He has a lunch thing he does.
Dude, why don't you wait? Do you have a lot of sponsors for your pod?
Not anymore.
What
We used
happened? You should get Weight Watchers.
I don't use Weight Watchers.
Well, they rebranded though. I think it's just called the W now. Or something.
Oh, really?
Or
oh, that's
W2
weird. Why would I want Weight Watchers? I thought you wanted
Because
me,
you're on a low calorie.
I thought you
diet.
wanted to be wacky and explore and have fun.
No, I'm
Now
trying to
you're
help you
pushing me
get
back.
money.
You're pushing me back in the other way.
No, take that Weight Watchers money and then maybe make it rain.
I don't think they want to. I don't think they want to cut a check for us. Well, you have inspired me to go to Circus to spend more money when I'm out there. I might drop some money on the roulette wheel.
Cool.
A rack on the number to me seems crazy, but I'll think about it.
No, do it.
I'll see if I'm feeling it.
At least on the colors.
No,
Colors I get
35 to 1.
35 to 1 odds.
pretty sick.
Imagine getting 35 racks. Mind boggling.
I don't have to imagine.
If I did it, then I'd have to marry my girlfriend on the spot.
I think you should get married. I think you should go. You should find a place that has like a Terminator or like maybe like a pirate
I don't think that would make her happy.
or a Batman.
I feel like it would bum her and her family out. If they're like, hey, Alex got married by the Joker in Vegas to our young daughter. Like, what kind of son-in-law
They'll have
is
a
that?
forever story.
What kind of son-in-law is that?
What if
he eloped?
What if the Joker was Jewish? What if it was a Rabbi Joker?
Now we're talking. You didn't say that.
Yeah,
You
with the
never said
Rabbi
that.
Joker
Joker with
his
a-
anti-Batman kippah on.
Yeah, with
just
a kippah.
like yeah.
Joker with
There's
a kippah.
again. I want to say there you can go shoot bazookas and stuff there.
Now we're fucking talking. Automatic weapons.
Take a helicopter ride.
Now we're talking.
Helicopter and shoot.
Oh, they have the indoor skydiving.
I'm too fat for that, but I would.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're on a low cal diet.
I'm not. There's a weight limit. I tried to do it in somewhere, and they're like, you have to be under this weight, and I'm not under that weight.
Really?
I'll never be under that weight. Yeah.
Oh damn. Well,
It's like you have to be under 200 pounds, which I'll never.
oh,
be.
if Penn and Teller's playing, you should go see them. They're good.
I'd see that. But how long do you think I'm going to be there? Jesus Christ! You know, I'm be there a fucking week. I'll be there 2 days.
There's a lot. I mean, you can fit a
But
lot.
see,
in.
you got to think about it. This you got to understand something. You throw pinball at me. I say I don't want to look at pinball machines very politely, and you go nuclear. And then you throw
I
actual.
didn't go nuclear at all.
Then you throw actual fun things at me, and I'm like, yeah, I would shoot guns, I would shoot a bazooka, and I would get in a helicopter, and I would see Penn and Teller. And you don't acknowledge that, like, no, I'm not boring. I just have different needs and wants.
No, I didn't. I'm not denying your needs or wants. I'm giving you further options.
These are great options. I love
There's
this.
a lot more. There's a room at the Palms that has a basketball court in it.
That's cool.
Like you could go one of those. The Gold Nugget has like a secret room, I think,
Really?
or like a private room, like a suite. It's
Yeah.
like real mid-century or something. I think
Oh.
it's there. I'm not sure. They have the indoor water. They have the water slide that goes through the Shark Tank.
They do?
Yeah, it's
That's
like
cool.
a water slide that goes through an aquarium with sharks in it.
That's rad.
You should go do that.
You
Are you
spent
too
a-
fat for the water slide?
No, I can make the water slide. I can do that.
I think you could make the skydiving.
You spend a lot of time in Vegas. I'll look into it. If I can, I will.
I spent a lot of time in Vegas.
Can you imagine the chief in an indoor skydiving thing?
Yeah.
I can't see
Also, in Vegas, everywhere, there's someone slanging dope everywhere in Vegas.
it. Okay.
Like
Good to know.
outside, like you go to the gas station, you're like, huh.
They're
this
just
is like-
selling
They're
drugs.
They're just running drugs out of this one.
I mean, you got to have a lot of drugs to keep that city going. That's right. It's got to be fueled by
I think,
drugs.
I think it's relatively like chill. Think about everyone who lives there. They all
Yeah.
work at a hotel.
Yeah.
They're like in management for
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
hospitality.
Hospitality,
groups.
yeah. Like getting an 8-ball in Vegas would be fun. It'd be a fun race.
Like
You
it's
get
not
five-
even like that's not even a thing. They
Who
have to
can get
deal
an
with
8-ball
so much
first?
weird stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Like the weird shit
Like
that happens.
beer
in rooms.
igloos and the rooms must be disgusting.
Rooms, like weird guests.
Yeah,
Like
rich guys with no borders,
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
no parameters.
So much shopping too.
Yeah, a lot of shopping.
So much shopping. But yeah, rich guys with no parameters who are like, tonight I'm gonna build a beer fort.
I might
Tomorrow
take a rack.
I want to take down the wall. On the
What
street.
number should I play?
I always play 19.
Me, in the honor of Kevin, I drop $1,000 on 19.
Hit it.
And
You gotta feel it though. You gotta.
I gotta feel it out.
Just be really like
I'll
it's
feel
not the
it.
right time. It's
Yeah,
the right time.
yeah, Yeah, I'll feel it out.
Or play the number that
I
you
will
want.
play some craps.
I've never been good at craps.
I'll shoot craps. I sometimes, when I was a kid, I won like 11 racks shooting craps off of like $200.
Sick.
Stumbled in there at 7 a.m. after being out all night and just
That's
like
amazing.
had the come up where I was like, whoa. And there was a time in my life where that money meant something. I was like, I can pay off a bunch of shit right now. Like,
Wait, so 11 racks doesn't mean anything to you anymore?
no,
And
of course
afraid
it,
to make
of
rain?
course it does. What do you
You
mean?
just
If
said there was a time in your life where like it meant a lot to you.
it meant a lot to me because
Inferring
I
that
needed.
now 10 racks is kind of nothing.
Well, I don't need it to pay my bills. I needed that money back then, so it
No,
meant more.
just remember this. You always need money to pay your bills.
Right, but I have money to pay my bills.
No, but you always need you pay more bills.
I am covered on bills.
No, never. You gotta have the mindset of I always need money to pay my bills.
Okay. Well, it's still a lot of money to me.
I
The
hope
point
so.
I'm making is
I
that
want
it
you to
meant,
respect money.
I
Because
do.
you don't respect a lot of stuff.
listen, the point I'm making is that at the time it meant more to me than it does now. It was more like, oh, I need it. I don't have it. Now I have it and it'd be fun. It still means a lot, but it's not the same. Right.
Okay.
But if I won,
Does 11 grand mean less to you than a low calorie diet? Like
What?
if I was like, hey, stop your diet right now for the weekend that you go to Vegas, I'll give you 11 grand.
yeah, sure. I do that.
All right.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, of course. What, 11 grand? Yeah. To stop dieting for a couple days. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. 11
So
grand.
you do need it.
What?
You need 11 grand.
Yeah, you're
it
not
means a
lis-
lot to you because that
You
means flavor will
always
be back in
need.
your
You
life.
listen. You always are going to need 11 grand. I just needed it in a different way when I was younger, right? Like I had things that were going to fall apart if they didn't get paid. And that 11 grand instantly got put in those holes.
Oh.
There's no holes right now, so that 11 grand is just going to go somewhere else.
Right.
Right. It's going to go into the whatever.
You can make it rain.
I can make it rain in my house with my girlfriend, and then make it rain back into my bank account because I want to keep the money.
Sick.
You know, make it rain, but nicely in controlled rain.
Right.
Right? Cloud bursting, right? CIA, helicopters, MK Ultra, gambling, Vegas, Kevin Kusatsu. What a show.